Buying all the beer too.
So now we know you're back.
Pledge with us, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know. I thought you had to go to the bathroom there for a minute.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes for November 12th?
I make a motion, we approve the minutes for November 12th.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Being no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Moving on to reports. Councilwoman Fons.
I went to their library grand opening or dedication, whatever. It was very nice, and it was packed. They had a lot of people, and that's it.
Okay. Councilman Kincaid.
I have no reports tonight. Thank you.
Councilwoman Nunn.
I also went to the library opening. The Masonic dedication was very historic and really interesting. I feel the library is offering our community a multi-purpose facility, including a children's library, a teen space, a reading room, complete with 2 rocking chairs, and a large multi-purpose room. If you haven't been to the library, you must go and check out the orange hallway downstairs. It is beautiful. And thanks to Randy and his crew for the work they've been doing to clean up the area down there along the creek. And safe, happy holiday to all.
I'd like to thank Randy too for the crew and the creek bed. It's nice.
I'll pass it on to him.
They've been very busy with fixing water leaks too. I appreciate all their time and effort, along with Andreen Hunt helping. Tammy,
I have been gone, so I do not have a report.
we're glad to have you back on
Thank you. Glad to be
whatever
back.
limited time that you're going to do. But be healthy before you come back full-time.
Thank you.
Kelly,
I have nothing at this time.
Randy.
Yeah, that was easy. Good evening, Mayor and Council. The crew's been busy with garbage collection, street sweeping, cleaning up the park, trying to get all the leaves picked up, finished brushing, and tree removal along the creek. Meter reading, we had a water leak on 4th and Cedar on Saturday, of course, and it was a beam break on a cast iron line, or ductile iron line. Also putting up the Christmas lights. And also had a water break on Oregon Trails on Fort Laramie that was hit by the drill company. They're about 6 inches off our mark. They were supposed to be 2 feet. So Andreen Hunt came in and repaired that. They had to replace 12 feet of pipe and 2 dressers, and AML is paying that bill. So, or Baker Hughes, I don't know which one. They're going to argue about that, but I said I don't care, one of you paying for it. So I attended a Water Development Commission meeting in Casper and had to do a little talking up there in front of them, but we received our $1 million grant for the next project. It's $989,000, something like that. Not quite $1 million yet. But. So we received that. SLIB will be next in January. I'll be going down to Cheyenne for SLIB board to get money there. North End project's going well. Everything's paved. And concrete's done, other than we had one guy drive through the brand new concrete, so they gotta tear that out. Redo it. Got a couple ponds down there, one on 5th and one on 7th.
One on 6th and one on 7th.
One on 6th, excuse me, and 7th. And we're gonna have a little discussion with the engineers because they admitted it was their screw up, so they're gonna pay to have the drop box and the pipe put in and the valley gutter, so instead of it coming out of our pocket. Sewer camera arrived Friday. If you folks would like to see it, come on down the shop. I'll show it to you. It's in a cargo trailer all set up with a nice computer station and everything and a generator. And we're having training on the 3rd and 4th of December. 2 days training on that camera, so it'll be a good asset.
Randy, when do you anticipate we can start this next water project?
We're hoping to go to bid in February, and we're hoping to probably, I'm going to say May or June, we can start.
Good.
And right now it's going to be broken into phases because it's almost a $5 million project, so we'll do all of 3rd and the side streets. South 3rd. All side streets. Any other questions?
It's a good time to come down and see that camera. You want to do it after your training or anytime?
Anytime, just give us a holler.
Just give a call.
I'll take you down and show it to you.
Is there there's an opening on the Parks and Rec board, isn't there?
There goes our record being in and out of here.
Yep.
Okay. I can speed it up. Said something about that. If anybody's interested, there's an opening on the Parks and Rec board as of January.
There's no what?
An opening, we need to fill a seat
Oh,
on the Parks and Rec board.
I don't think
Has
as
any-
of January, I think she already resigned from the text
Thought she
message I
said
got.
Who resigned?
Willow.
Oh, yeah?
Kaylee is also resigning.
Oh, yeah, Kaylee's resigning too.
So we have 2 seats to fill. Parks and Rec board, so if anybody has anybody in mind. Yeah, yeah.
Scott?
Quorum still?
Building department, we got 4 new local permits since our last meeting. We still got 27 in progress permits. We got 16 permits that have not been canceled out. That's it for the permits. The opening of the library, I thought was awesome. They done a great job over there. I was really impressed with how many people turned out over there just for the opening, so that was nice. Johnson Controls in the building. You'll probably notice that the doors kind of blow open now. We have good airflow. They got a couple more days on the front end control, programming control, which will be working with Jared on that to close that up. Once that's kind of closed up into an operational system, then we have a company coming in, which are the air balancers. Then they will balance out the system and get everybody's airflow going smoothly. So we're still a few weeks out, but and with the holidays, I don't know what the balancer's schedule is yet. So that's going to be a hold up there, but other than that, that's all I have.
Chief?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Not much to report. Continue to work on this Bowman project. The week, the 12th, 13th, 14th, we worked on data conversion, moving our data from the legacy system and how it's going to convert over to the new system. Got other changes related to that, projects we're working on. I think that Jared's going to address. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Jared, IT.
Good evening. So for the Spillman project, we had equipment installed in our back server room now, our holding cell server room. We cut over the fiber link from here to the Joint Justice Center, which is still servicing the ECW, the 911 system. We put our routers in place and cut over to that this past Tuesday, so now we have that link up and ready to go. So we're starting to put all the Spillman pieces in place, so the servers and the storage for our side of the project came in and they're installed and configured over here. We're finishing up configuring the stuff on the Joint Justice Center side, and then we should have everything in place how it's supposed to look. We're still working on some of the software packages and things that need to go in to help service all of that equipment. We're just finishing that up. So with that, I've started building out the town hall's new network. So we've got all the core switches and everything built, configured. We have the access switches built and configured, and so now it'll just be kind of running cable and starting to merge everything together. We've got the PD's network joined to that new network that I have right now, and so I'm starting to slowly merge their equipment in. That kind of brings me to the dispatch station and PCs. We're going to be replacing those and some of the monitors and stuff in the dispatch station. They're running Windows 7 on 2 or 3 of the machines in there, and that's end of life in January, so that means there'll be no more security updates or anything, so that poses a pretty significant security risk. So we're going to get that replaced with Windows 10 machines and get everything updated and upgraded there. We're working on the Office 365, the email migration. You may have seen emails come out for me today, kind of explaining how that's going to work, and so that'll be happening over the course of this week, and then we'll start using Office 365 coming back off the holidays on Monday. So we should be all set and ready for that, and if you have any questions on that, just make sure to let me know, and we can make sure everybody has access to everything. Like I mentioned, hopefully the emails, the GoDaddy email accounts won't be deleted or disbanded or anything. The information will still be there. So if you feel like something is missed in the transition or whatever, we'll still have access to all the data that we can bring it over. So there shouldn't be any loss of data.
Is the fire department being tied into this new system?
They are, the Spillman Flex, but what they're getting is the onboard computers that are gonna go into the equipment. So it's kind of it's kind of a laptop, it's a tablet with a dock. That'll be installed in all the fire engines, I believe. They've got how many?
6,
Yeah, let me-
Six.
up to 6.
They have 6 that they're supposed to be getting, that they've selected 6 of their trucks that they've decided to put the equipment in. They will have access to the computer-aided dispatching, the information that goes out when we respond to a call or when fire responds to the call. And they would have access to the mapping and some of the names and incident locations information. They use a separate reporting system to document, to write the reports and manage the reports and the responses. But part of what was also bought with the project is an interface, so that the information that's going into the Spillman Flex system is going to get pushed to their reporting system. So it's already there, like incident numbers and times will be there available for them. Did I answer the question you asked?
Yes, thank you.
Is that more than you wanted?
It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I went a little long.
It's all good. I could ask another one.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
I have no report. We'll move on to items from the floor. Any items from the floor?
Yeah, Mayor and Council, my name is Dayton Lewis. I'm here on behalf of the GEDC. I know it's on the agenda a little later, but I just wanted to stand up and say that Hope Bordner, we've discussed, I mean, the board would like to see her on the board, so wanted to let the council know that, you know, with her coming on, we think she'd be a great addition. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mayor, Council, Deanna Bradshaw. Also, I had a couple of concerns that we didn't know if town was taking care of it, or if we've had a lot of people asking us what's going on the night of the 7th. Are you guys actually doing something here with lighting of the tree? Is that do you know who might be heading that up? There's a lot of talk on Facebook, and we're not sure who's doing the parade, who's doing the lighting of the tree, any of those things. So maybe if we can try and,
Another meeting.
I don't know, wrangle somebody up so we can maybe have a little bit more
What's her name?
town activities. They just don't know what's,
Chamber has been, last year, they just asked us to participate, and that's when we did the tree lighting and the cookies and stuff here, but this year, they have not approached us for anything, so.
okay, so as far as town hall stuff, you guys aren't,
It'll be dark.
it'll be dark, okay? That's fine, I just, it's, when people start posting and they're asking, and I'm like, they kind of,
Yeah.
want to be able to give them the
I
correct
would check,
information.
I would check with
Christy, maybe?
Christie.
Okay,
It isn't that we weren't willing, they just,
They haven't asked.
they haven't
Okay.
approached us, and,
so at this point, nothing's been
yeah, because I thought.
scheduled, okay.
When I did mention something, I had to go to a meeting with I can't remember what group it was. They applied for Christmas shop, and the chamber applied for funding for advertising. And she said, basically, I said, we haven't heard from you, and she said, we basically have it covered. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Well, then we'll see if we
Check
can.
Any more items from the floor? There's only 3 more of you sitting out there, so if you got something to say, jump up. If not, we'll move on to new business. First order of new business this evening is the Town of Glen Rock Ordinance Number 718, Fire Department Ordinance, an ordinance establishing a compensated fire chief and department personnel for the Town of Glen Rock, amending GTC Chapter 2 Administrative Section 2.27.010, Fire Department created 2.27.020, Organization 2.27.040, Selection and appointment of chief, and 2.27.050 members. This is third reading. Is there a motion?
I move that we accept this ordinance on the third reading.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Being no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Let me move up here. Our next order of business is boards and commission application form for Hope M. Bordner to be seated on the GEDC board. I know there's two members here this evening. Dayton already got up and spoke about it. Are you going to? Well, it's up to you, or we can move on here really quick. This is not an appointment, this is a sentence.
So, Hope has come to a couple of our meetings and some of our activities. She is also a business owner here in town, and we just feel like she'd be a huge asset to our board as far as being able to have new ideas and helping in enhancing what we're needing for, promoting businesses in town and what's driving people to come to Glen Rock. So we're super excited to have her aboard if you guys so feel.
Yeah, what business does she own?
Would you like to talk about that?
See, we got you up.
We own MH Diesel Performance down here on 3rd Street. We work on diesel pickup trucks.
Good.
Yeah.
We're very happy that you have wanted to get on this board. We appreciate your wanting to give your time and effort. So, being no other discussions, I will ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion that Hope Bordner be appointed to the Glen Rock Economic Development Committee.
There's a motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Being no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you, Hope.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our next order of business, I believe, is bills and claims. Is there a motion?
I make a motion, we pay our bills.
There's been a motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? If being no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. If there's nothing else to come before the council meeting this evening, I will have somebody entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn the meeting.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, we will move to a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
You want to talk about that Christmas thing? The date? Council meeting?
I know that these went out there, all the people in their
All the employees.
paycheck stubs, all the employees. So if you guys want to get those filled out and back to Tammy as soon as possible, she can get that information in.
Bruce, will we have 2 meetings in December? That's